Okay, looks like I am live. Good. How's the time? 3 minutes. Cutting it close today. That's okay, because I figured out some good things. Let's go ahead and get a tweet out. And... that's the one. And... tweet away. Okay, there we go. Looks like I should have a few people in here right now. Hello, everybody. Getting started here in just a minute. What are we doing today? Let's look at the Trello board. Actually, I know a few things we're doing. Let's get some things up while we're talking about this. So gathering. Here, we need some of that. We need the Digilab. Nope, not the Digit Lab. We need the Digilab. We'll need Workbench. Yo! It's Geeks. I recognize you as Elabit, everyone's favorite Nintendo Wii release title. Is Elabit's a release title? I rented it from Blockbuster at least. I don't think it was spelled that way though, so you might not be referencing the same thing I'm thinking of. I'm going to turn off that screen just for a second while I get Workbench open past the secret parts that I don't want you to see. And let's get Sublime Text open while we're at it. Oh, I didn't even move my dang taskbar out of the way. Psh, don't want to be looking at that. There we go. Taskbar's out of the way. Logging into Workbench. Sublime. It's got some stuff in it. We're just going to leave that there. Oh, that's right. That's what we were doing last time. I might come back to that today. By might, I mean I almost definitely will come back to that today. Alright, can turn the screen back on. And just a minute away here. Let's move my speaker out of the way a little bit. There we go. Finally figured out how to make my camera work great thanks to OBS's amazing number of tools. Takes a while to figure it all out sometimes, but man, when you get it figured out, you're good to go. Alright, we don't need that on. To save some space, we'll leave these two on. And let's bring back up. Chat, I know what you're talking about. Mine is a combo of elephant and rabbit. Oh man, you're talking about the wuzzles with that kind of language. Does anyone else know what the wuzzles are? Not sure. That was like it was this fun little monster combination thingy. Like you had, well, animal combination thing. Like there was a Elaroo. Well, I mean, I could just show you. Let's just show you what a freaking wuzzle is real quick. Well, technically I'm not supposed to be getting started anymore. It's 8 o'clock. I turn off the banner. I am turning off the banner. Middle screen. No, getting started. Don't want to turn off the middle screen. That would be bad. All right, so just make sure everybody knows before we get started here. These are the wuzzles, and Elaroo is the only one whose name I remember. I got a blown up picture. This is the no, it's not the wiki. It's the best of the '80s WordPress. This is really the biggest picture we got. All right, we'll blow that up. All right, so these guys here, these is the wuzzles. They're just like animals that are combined to things, and they had like stuffed animals. They had books. I don't know if we ever had the stuffed animals, but we definitely had the books. Anyway, those are the wuzzles. It's like if you didn't like Care Bears, you had this to go back onto. What the heck is this? It's like a cute little moose seal. I actually like that. That'd make a good Digimon right there. These are all good. These are all Digimon now. All right, so this is that's why they're being brought up here. Any monster franchise is fair game, and while whether these are monsters or not may be debatable, I mean I'm pretty certain they are. So, all right, that's enough about wuzzles. We're done talking about wuzzles right now. We got work to do. I got things to take care of. So this past week, one of the things I did was I collected a whole mess of power levels. So if we go to the Penzi, we started doing that last week, and I finished it up after the stream. Looks like Neopets rejects. Ha! Other way around. Neopets wishes it could be the wuzzles. I went through, got all the rest of the scans for the Pendulum Z Wave 2. I was able to make a confirmation. I think I deleted them off here already, but Huanglangmon and Armageddon, however you pronounce it, both of them had the same stats as last time, so I don't need to add anything additional for them. Thank heavens. They've already given me enough of a headache with their stupid sprite differences. So we gotta get this information plugged in. I've also got to verify the index numbers that I have collected here to make sure they do match up with what I am using, and if they don't, I gotta fix that. That's important to me. So we have this. We're gonna open one on the left or the right. I want Workbench on the right. There we go. Because I think that's gonna be the way that'll show up best for you all, because you don't really care about whatever freaking query. What did I just push? Okay, I just hit the execute button. I actually did not know that that button executed the command until I just accidentally pressed it just now, because I normally just hit Control Enter and that does it. So we don't even need this table though. That's the thing. I don't need this table right now. Also, you guys are a little bit in the way. Let's move you, because we're not even using you right now. So we could probably just kind of shrink you up and throw you down somewhere. No, we'll just throw you in the bottom left corner for now, and I'll make sure to stay above that. Gotta have that padding, 10 pixel padding, perfect every time. Otherwise, I get upset. Alright, so I got all these power levels, right? We gotta put them on the website, because if you go in and you click on anyone on the website, you're gonna see a power level pop up, right? So if I go to Pendulum Z Evolution Guide, and I click on, let's say, once one loads. Hi Terakachi, how you doing? If I click on Morphomon right here, boom, we see it's got a power of 10. But if I go and click on, let's say, one of you guys, we'll click on Ancient Wisemon. Uh-oh, no power listed. We'll take the tour later, don't you worry. So we got to get that information all plugged in. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we have all of these beautiful stats, and I'm going to be reading these along. Well, can I extend? Oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to keep those hidden. I just wanted to go right next to the power. Actually, I need index too, so we'll hide up to index. And although it would be a good idea to double check to make sure I don't have any level. Okay, good, they're all level 1. If they weren't level 1, I'd have a bit of a problem. But they're all level 1, because that would skew the stats, and I don't want to skew the stats. Alright, hide these columns, thank you. And let's just pan on over to power. Okay. So we have. So my wife's still using the vital. She uses it less than I do. It's just a bummer, because she hasn't admitted that she doesn't like it yet. At least not that I've heard her say out loud. She still thinks she does want to use it. It's just that she hasn't. And she's more active than I am too, like for sure. So it's like, if anyone was going to use it between the two, it'd most likely be her. But she hasn't gotten into it, unfortunately. All right, so we need to go to the Pendulum Z table. Do I have that open anywhere already? Yeah, right here. So we're gonna go to this. And I probably should just select just the URL, the index. We'll go, okay, so we'll go number, we'll go index, we'll go URL, and we'll do power. Strength value, that's the one. Let's just pull that information. There we go. That way I don't have to look at too many thingies while I'm doing this. I've already got a few of them plugged in from last time. Isn't that nice? All right, so this is going to be real nice and easy. I just got to read the name and type it while I'm looking at it, and then I'm good to go. So we're starting off Hawk over here, and that's a 10. Okay, so Hawk 10. Why is Cockatra the next one there? I don't have to think that hard to know that that's just flat out wrong, but whatever. Okay. Cockatra, what? Nope, that's HP. I'm looking at HP. 6 for Hawk. Cockatra, 26. Parasar, 50. Peck, 38. Diatri, 34. Peter, 46. Veggie, 30. Aquila, 26. Yatagara, 68. Parrot, 88. Hippogriffo, 96. That's absurd. Lila, 64. Teropia, 74. Ent, 100. I do, once again, love that they power up the new Digimon on these devices. Solid 100. He deserves it. I think Teropiamon deserves a little bit more than 74, but hey, I gotta take what I can get. Where were we? Rav, 116. Ancient Iris, 140. Shenwu, 132. That rhymed. Ancient Troya, 146. Ornis, 128. Sutse, 152. And there we go. Ketomon does not get a power because it is but a wee bab 1. Next up, we have Vmon with a stupid amount of 12 because he's a protagonist. Oh, Jessica just... Actually, she didn't pop up on your screen. I forgot to turn off notifications, but my video is blocking it. She's playing Crystal Clear right now. Recently, we started doing that a lot on the server, and so I dragged her into it too. I don't need all that information. Thank you. Just turn on Focus Assist. I have a Java update, and apparently my sister wants me to buy something for my mom, so good to know. All right. Did I do what I needed to do? I turned off focus assist? Yes. All right. I gotta remember to do that first next time. Strike draw. 30. Mach. 50. That's a lot. Eos. 34. Commando. 42. Minotaur. 26. Rare. 38. XV. 46. Cyberdra. 80. Loader Leo. 88. 96 for Eos. Loco is 64. Metal Tyranno is 68. Rebella, being the new guy, is 100. Justy is 116. Heavy Leo, 152. Let's scroll up here. Eos Ultimate is 132. Grand Loco is, where'd he go? 146. Ancient Wise, 128. Gundra, 140. And that's Metal Empire. So next up we have the final set here, Virus Busters. What's up, Hughes Drop? How you doing today? Pata is 6. Geogray is 42. Arc is 26. Shout is 34, which is surprising, but that's alright. Bellucci is 46. Mimic is, I guess that's why. Because Shoutmon's kind of like considered the new child level on these, so it was the most powerful. It's got 14, like the other brand new childs do. But it's obviously not brand new. It's just kind of, it's not even new to VPets, but it's kind of new, I guess. But Mimic and Bellucci got more strong than Shout X3, so cool, whatever. Grau is 30, 38 for Anjay. Rise Gray is 66. Duramon is 90. Wow, that's significantly higher than Rise Gray. Raiji Ludo is 84, so this is what I'm talking about. Shout Cross 5 is 100, even though it's not technically new. And that should have gone to Manticore. What the heck? Manticore got only 96? It should have had the 100. How dare they? Megalo Grau, 78. Holy, and just 72. Shine Gray, 122. We have Ancient Gray with 146. Gadra with 140. Ancient Gray. Hold on, what are you doing there, Ancient Guru? You're not supposed to be right there. Ancient Garuru is 128. Ancient Gray is 146. Qinglong is 134. Duke, 152. Serathi, 140. Luce, Satan Mode, 184. Gabu, 18. Wolf, 18. Garu and Garum, 54 each. Were Garuru and Beowulf, 84 each. Metal Garuru and... Actually, that's a difference. So Metal Garuru is 150, while Magna Garuru is 156. And Gabumon Kizuna is 210. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and hit apply. This will get sent into the servers. And now, so I'm a Wave 2s because I bought from Bandai. That is how it goes. They like to take their sweet, sweet time before they ship those out. Actually, that's probably not true. They threw it on a boat, and then that boat has to take its sweet, sweet time crossing the ocean, and then they distribute it from there. That is why I use proxies, because I am not one that waits. Especially because, like, even while I am working on the site, I get a lot of people like, hey, when's this thing going to be ready? And it's like, it'll get ready, don't worry. I'm working on it. Alright, so now if we click on anybody, like Shout Cross 5 here, for example, that's 5, not 3. We have power 100 listed now, and this means now we can look at some juicy details if we go to the complete Digimon list. And we are going to click on the list mode in the bottom right once it finishes loading all of these million Digimon. And now we can sort by power. We'll see who the strongest folks are. Those are the weakest ones. The Babes. Babes are all weak. We got several weak children. Just want to do a little bit of a comparison here. So we have Imperial Digimon Paladin mode, Agumon Yuki no Kizuna, and Gabumon Yujo no Kizuna are all the 210s. So that means that you're going to have the strongest Digimon if you go with those. All of them from the animes. So it is what it is. Fanglongmon and, well, it's 202. Armagamon is 196. Okay, so those two are tied. Susanamon. Poor Susanamon, right? These guys get anime privilege, but not him. So let's look at some of the more interesting ones in those. So we scroll down. Unfortunately, these two dorks are stronger than like everybody else, but here's the good stuff. All right, so the new Digimon, well, some of them are new Digimon. So Regalicusmon was the only really new Pendulum Z Digimon that came out on these Z devices, as an ultimate level, I mean. So it's got the 152 for the best ultimates. The rest of these, except for Sutsemon and Dukemon for whatever reason, are also new-ish. So Nidhoggmon, Don Devimon, and, well, yeah, just those two. They premiered in Adventure Colon, and also kind of premiered in these devices. And then Heavy Leomon premiered in Re-Arise, and now is coming here too. So these are all like the new guys. They really love to power up the new guys. We can look down and see the same thing with the Perfects. So Piranhamon, which that's a surprising one to give it to. You had 3 different options for Deep Sabers. You had Piranhamon, Gosukumon, and Marine Chimeramon. I think Marine Chimeramon should have been the strongest, but giving it to a virus is always nice, because viruses, actually all these viruses are really strong. They're really making up for how things used to be. Algamon was semi-new, because, well, actually no, it's not new at all. That was the first Algamon that ever appeared. But it's also on colon with a whole bunch of new Algamon, so sure, we'll accept that. Entmon, Rebellamon, entirely new. And then Shoutmon, Cross 5, interestingly. Oh, there's Gogmamon. Okay, I didn't see him there for a second. But yeah, there you go. So all of them got their maximum powers. Everyone else got a mixture. And then adults, see if the pattern continues. You got these jerks, skip them. Mabungamon, Tabiumon, Algamon Adult, which was new this time. Parasamon, Machmon, and Mimicmon. All brand new guys. And then we have, for the little children's... What do we got? Okay, so we got Tsunarizamon, Sangamon, Ghostmon, Pomamon, Junkmon, and then Shoutmon is not new, but that's what they're considering. So it tracks. All the best Digimon on these devices are the ones that were either introduced on these devices or are somewhat new in terms of VPETs. So I do like that they do that, because some of these Digimon, they get like way too much. Well, except for freaking these guys. These guys are still overpowered. I was going to say the classics kind of get underpowered a bit. Like, I don't know. It's just funny to see that no matter what, they just can't stop including the Agumon and Gabumons as much as they do. Did they fix Patamon's evolution line? I don't know what you mean by fix. It's the same as it usually is as far as the anime goes. We can click on Patamon here. He can become Angemon. Angemon can become Holy Angemon. Holy Angemon can become Seraphimon. Or the correct evolution of Godramon, because I don't accept anything that came out after March of 2000. Because that's just how I am. Actually, wait, Seraphimon premiered after March of 2000, didn't he? Oh no. I've been foiled by my own argument. And yeah, it's Seraphimon. So, I mean, yeah, Patamon evolves into stuff that you'd expect Patamon to evolve into. Okay, so that's the powers. We got those nice and updated, so that is wonderful. Happy to see that. Now we need to double check the indexes, because some of my indexes may be off. So what I need to do is just make sure that we'll move that right on over there. We're going to compare it to what we have listed in the Digilab. Kind of weird. I got some of the DM20s and the roster's all over the place. So that's how Digimon just was. Like, the DM20s are all, like, the first 5 eggs you see are releases of the original 5 Digimon eggs. So that's what Digimon just was. Like, Gabumon is the one that evolved into Angemon, not Patamon. If you had Patamon, you got Centauramon, you got Unimon, you got Scummon. Those were Patamon's evolutions, but then the show came out and they're like, what if we mix things around? Although it was the Pendulum first that did that, right? The Pendulum saw like Kabuterimon and Kuwagamon, and it's like, hey, we got 2 bugs. What if we put them on the same device with some other bugs and also some Rockmen, maybe? Deep Sabers did a similar thing. They took all the Ocean Digimon they had, add some, and started making themed evolutions more of a thing. There were a few that were like well-themed on the original ones, but overall it was just kind of whatever would happen. And that led to some like really classic lines too. Like these days, it's like, oh, when I think of Dark Tyrannomon, I think of Gazimon evolving into Dark Tyrannomon. It's a rabbit, yeah, but like it somehow just makes sense to me when I see it. All right, so we need to compare these indexes. So we have starting right here. So we go right up here to the top, and no, not the top. We need to sort this by ID first of all, because I call it ID for everyone else because it means something more than index does. So. Peru, Poro, Falco, Pomu, Tinker, Hawk, Peck. Alright, Peru, Poro, Falco, Pomu, Tinker, Hawk, Peck. Oh, do I have this right? Oh, I think I do. Okay, so I think I was just not sorting it properly in the one. So, Diatra, Peter, Cocatra, Parasar, Veggie. Diatra, Peter, Cocatra, Parasar, Veggie. Peck, Diatri, Peter, Cocatra. Yeah, that's right, okay. Quila, Yadagara, Parrot. These should all be basically correct, because I took them right off the device before, but not via the code. So I'm basically just need to make sure the codes also match up. Parrot, Hippogriffo. We gotta do that. No, we didn't. Parrot, Hippogriffo, Lila, Teropia. Parrot, Hippogriffo, Lila, Teropia. And Rave, Ancient Iris. Shenwu, Ancient Troya, Ornis, Sutse, Keto Hot Monodra, Jazajunk V, Strike Mach Eos. Where are we over there? Yeah, there we are. Strike Mach Eos, Commando Minotaur Rare, XV Cyberdra Loader Leo, Eos Loco Metal Tyranno, Rebella Justa Heavy Leo, Eos Grand Loco Ancient Wise, Gundra. All good there. Poyo Toko Agu Shout, Gil Pada, Geo Gray, D'Arc Shout, Bellucci Mimic, Grau Anje, Rise Dura, Raiji Shout, Metacore, Megalo, Holy Shine, Ancient God, Ancient Garuru that time, Qinglong, Duke, Serafi, Luce, Gabu, Wolf, Garuru, Garum, Weregaroo, Beowulf, Metal Guru. Who's next? Magna Guru, Gabu. Okay, we're good. They're all in order. Fantastic. I also... Did I add these guys yet? Wow, I did add these guys already. Nice. Okay. On Virus Busters Pen Z, you get both Agumon and Gabumon lines and extras. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of stuff. Also, that you work for... Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with the show, and the evolutions of devices were great for learning Evo lines. Even as a kid, I was like, what is this? I kept getting Teddymon. Yeah. Yeah, the show really, the show was mostly, as far as evolutions went, really focused on the pendulum. The random monsters that appeared in season 1, it was like obviously all the digital monster series. Season 1, Arc 1, the Devimon part, and then the Adamon part was also a lot of the originals, but then once Vamdemon, that all kicked in, bam, it was pendulum all the way. Thanks for working on the site. You're very welcome. I'm glad people enjoy it. All right, so we are good with the indexes now. We can get away from that. So let's get to... I didn't do a whole lot of evolution testing this week, unfortunately. It was not a great week for it, but I should have at least a few in here to look at. So let's go to our update tab. What are we working with? Well, that's more than I thought it was. Okay, so we've got 37 updates. That's not too bad. Not what I would have preferred, but not too bad. Okay, so how did I do this last time? I'm pretty sure I went like I did a sum of this, and then we did a sum of this, and then we dragged that all the way over, and then we dragged that all the way over. I might have had it top and bottom mixed up from last time, but that don't matter. All right, so we need to go to the evolutions, and we're doing Pen Z. Do I already have that open? Evolution where Evo device equals Pen Z. That's the one. We're gonna get some of these guys added in. Where is my results? I must be like really scrunched up here. Hold on. Can I see it, please? Can I take that off? Okay, there we go. Gave myself a little bit more room to work with. I do not need that much space for that. Okay, so first up we have Veggie. And Vegemon Teropiamon. We should already have that, which we do. We have now learned that it's 0 to 1 and 6 levels. So 0 to 1 care mistakes, 6 level. Update done. I need to undo the dones on all these. Why is that one different? Make that one not different anymore. Okay. Okay, so Vegemon. Done. Hippogriffo to Ornis. Hippogriffo to Ornis. Not here. Oh, new one. Okay, let's do it. So, Hippo, we'll just copy that. Copy that on the Pen Z. I could have copied that too. And this is going to... Was this our natural evolution? It was. So that's going to be the new 0, which means that you are now 1. You are now at 2. Why are you at 3 already? Doesn't matter. All right. And then we have... What is it? There. Okay, Hippogriffo. So 0 care mistakes. We haven't tested other ones, I don't think, yet. Level 8. And that will get us Ornismon. And I don't know which one that is for Ornismon, so let's just take a look here. That would be the third one, but it's the first natural evolution. Natural evolutions take precedence, so 0, 1, 2 for Prevo number and Evo number. Do you think they'll release the pendulums in English? It's hard to say. So the common argument there that people have is that the reason that we don't have the pendulums yet is because of nostalgia, right? The Digital Monster series released in America and a lot of other places way back when, but beyond that, most places didn't get the pendulum series. Even places that got the rest of the Digital Monster series, like if we're talking like Asia, not Japan, but the rest of Asia and Australia, they got all the Digital Monster series, but they didn't get the pendulum. They got the pendulum cycle, but not the actual pendulums. I think Korea, I'm trying to think if there's anywhere besides Korea that got the actual pendulums, but either way, it wasn't commonly put out. So a lot of people are like, well, there's no nostalgia for that, right? I've said this before, I'll say it a million times over. You put the final forms of the Adventure 1 cast on the box of the Pendulum 20, it'll sell in seconds. Like, it's so easy. Like, people at Hot Topic will be like, oh my gosh, I remember Digimon, and they pick up random shirts that look like crap, but they say Digimon on them, and they remember it when they're a kid. You have, like, Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon and Zoodamon, all of them on the box of a Pen 20. Boom. Sold. Done. People will be like, wow, I can raise those. So, once again, Bandai, hire me, please. I'd be happy to take over your marketing division and your social media. The guy that's doing there, he's doing a great job. He just doesn't know as much about Digimon as me. I can help you out there. Just ignore the fact that I tell people how to hack their devices, okay? Alright, Monodra. We have Monodra going into Eos right there. So update on that is 0 to 2, 0 to 1. So it can go up to 1 effort. We already had 0 to 2 there. That is done. I was lucky enough to order a DMX green. Nice. And don't worry for anyone that didn't. Those will be back, like for sure. This will not be a hard thing to get a hold of once they start doing this. I think everyone was just like really excited, which I know it's frustrating for people, but I will say I am happy it's like already sold out of Amazon's pre-order stock, because like that shows that we want it. This is telling Bandai, like, yes, there is a demand for these things. Keep doing it, and they will be restocking it. Don't worry. That's the only reason why I'm okay. If there was no more after this, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, but there will be. There will be. This isn't releasing until July. There will be more chances to get on Amazon and many other retailers. Well, several. I'm not gonna say many. Several other retailers. So it's just good thing. It's showing there's a lot of devotion still to these pets, which I love to see. Wolf. We have 2 for Wolf. Wolf into Eos is 3 care mistakes. Did I have that one at all before? I did. 3 plus care mistakes. And I already have that written down. Why is it on there if I've already have that written down? Don't know, but we can mark it as done. And then the other one was Wolf into Garum. I think I already did that one too. 0 and 4. Okay, maybe I have less of these than I thought I did, because I definitely already did those. All right, moving on to Metal Empire. Jaza. We have pendulums at Chinese markets that grew up in Chinatown. Oh, there you go. I always dream of those types of markets. Like, I like literally. I'm not saying like I think about them. I like actually have dreams about going to some random Asian market and just finding a whole bunch of old Digimon crap. It's always very frustrating when I wake up from those. Yeah, we have pendulum. I grew up in Oh, you grew up in Australia. Yeah, so you're familiar with the cycles and all that. I'm going to be doing a video on those at some point. Jaza, 0 to 1. 4 gets you Commando. 0 to 1 is what I don't have. I just have 0 right now, so updated there. Jaza to Mach can be 0 to 1, 0 to 3. Okay, done with that. They should release them here. They probably will, since the DM20s were all over Australia first, actually. Australia got the DM20s first out of anywhere out of Japan. I'm sure the Digital Monster X will be releasing out there, too. I'd be very surprised if that wasn't the case. I grabbed Penzi off Amazon for 130 Canadian. There you go. Oh, that's right. I saw you mentioning that in the server earlier. Excited for you to join all this. Can we still order the pendulums? Yeah, so if you wanted a Pendulum Z, they usually have them up on... I'll tell you right now. Let's just see. Let's go to Japan Yuan, everybody. Let's take a quick detour from what I'm doing here. There's Twitter. Say hi, Twitter. A cosplay you can smell? I don't want to think about what that means. That sounds gross. All right, Digital Monster. So we go to the X and Z section that they have here. Let's see what they got right now. Okay, so we have Pendulum Zs. Wave 2, brand new, $58.99. We have Pendulum Z's, Wave 1, brand new, $58.99. Wow, they're the same price. That's actually very impressive. So yeah, you can still get these no problem. This is Japan you want. Shipping for the US is usually around $17 these days, I want to say. It's very fast shipping too, thankfully. And there's not an additional fee upon that. Outside of the US, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. If you want a Pendulum Z, just run over to Japan you want real quick and grab one. They've still got them up, no problem. They got plenty of stock for these things, which I'm very thankful for. I like when people are able to easily buy things. Yeah, now Bandai America just doesn't really know what they're doing when it comes to Digimon, as can be shown when they put Lucemon all over the box art, or not the box art, the little tweet arts that they kept doing. Hi, Altisco. Nice to see you. Do you think the DMX1 version Japan will be compatible? Absolutely. The DMX that we get in English is going to be 100% compatible with the original Japanese version. Like, it's basically going to be the exact same thing. Same thing happened when we got the Digital Monster version 20th. Scan the code in right over on one of these guys, and it came up exactly the same. The same thing's going to happen with the X for sure. Please be under 58 Aus. Yeah, hopefully so. I think it was 30 Australian, I believe, for the DM20s, and the Digital Monster X is the same price in Amazon US as the DM20s were, so I'd imagine it'll be the same. 90s paper cup color. I'm very surprised they went with that. It makes me worried that they have spies in the hatchery server, because a user named Wash a long time ago made a mock-up of the paper cup color. And so I'm very surprised that they went with those kind of colorations. Quinn, yes, I absolutely do remember you. Welcome back. Should pick up the Z1s. Yes, definitely pick up a Z1. Pick up a Deep Sabers. Where's mine? Mine's over there. I don't have it out right now because I'm not testing with it. What is the stream about? It's about me updating my website. And then also just chatting, just for the heck of it. Just kind of having fun. Ben America, I have no idea. That is right. Okay, so, Vmon, Minotaur. Oh, there's so many. Okay, Minotaur, 3+. I already have that one too. Why am I telling myself to update things I've already done? Back to Jazza, because for some reason. Jazza to rare, 3+. 3+. I'm having myself update all the 3+s. Mono to strike. Mono to strike. 0 to 2, 2 to 4. 0 to 2, 2 to 4. Yeah, I must have accidentally not cleared out some of the updates. So I won't have too many to do in here. Strike to Cyber. 0, 4 to 6. Wow, did I forget to clear all of them? Oh well, it's always good to double check my work, I guess. I do mess up here and there. Eos to Eos. That would be Adult to Perfect. 0 to 2, 4 to 6. Done already. Loader Leo. Maybe I was updating these during the week. That's not like me. Eos to Minotaur. No. Minotaur to Loader Leo. Minotaur to Loader Leo. 0 to 1, 5 to 6. Check. XV to Metal Tyranno. XV 0, 4 to 6. That's good. Yeah. Alright, just verifying a bunch, I guess. Remind myself to be more organized next time. Mach to Rebella. 0, 6. 0, 4 to 6. That one's an update. Not 7 to 6. That's not a thing you can do. Eos to Eos again. This time Ultimate. 0 to 2 and 8. And I have here 0 to 2 and 8. I could have sworn I tested a lower level on that already. I guess not. Also, give myself more room by getting rid of that. There we go. Rebella to Gun. That one, pretty sure is new. Yeah, that one's brand new. I don't have that at all. So, Rebella, Rebellamon, Penzi, Memzi, and this will be its 0, so I need to up that to 1 and 2 for its secondary evolutions. We have 0 and 8, 0, care mistakes, level 8. And that gives us Gundra, Gundramon, and Gundramon, that would be its what? It's a natural evolution. I believe it's naturally evolved from metal too. It is. So that would come first. Who's first in the list? It's no, not Japan. You get out of here. We're done with you for now. This. if I go to the... Actually, this is fine. This will tell me exactly what I need to know. So let's find Metal Tyranno. Okay, Metal Tyrannosaurus comes first, so it gets the prime slot. So Rebella will get 1, and then these guys get bumped up to 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, Rebellamon updated. Metal Tyranno 0 to 2 and 8 for gun. We're already there, so let's 0 to 2 and 8. It's already there too. Gun to Armageddon. I'm already there. Gundramon to Armageddon 0 to 2, 8 to 10, already done. And then we move on to Virus Buster. So let's just go ahead and commit this real quick. Make sure I don't lose any data. There we go. Updated. Let's check out chat. What's going on over there? Lucky you're getting the DMXs so quick. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's July 15th is when they're coming. They might come out in Australia sooner, though, just as a heads up. Hard to say. Gonna get my first Digimon at the DM20. Any Digimon you want me to raise? My favorite eggs on the DM20. Well, my first one is the version 1. And it's just because I hold a lot of nostalgia for that. And that's the first one you'll raise anyway. And I love basically everything on the version 1. I love Agumon's stupid little sprite on that device, especially when I'm running out on my original one. But I love Metal Greymon because he's cool, he's blue, is everything I love. And then I love Betamon and Seedramon and Airdramon. I usually like to go a lot of the time at Betamon, Airdramon, Metal Greymon is one of my favorite paths to follow on that. After that, version 4 is my favorite. I really love the evolution line of Piomon, Monochromon, Megadramon. It's just so much fun. So those are the first 2 I usually go for. After that, it's V5, and then I think V2, and then V3 is my least favorite one, unfortunately. Is Dino Beamon with Vmon in the Pendulum Z? Yeah, it sure is. If you wanted to see all the Digimon on each thing, so that's what this page is for. We click on this guy, and we go to version exclusives. And for the Pendulum Z page, this is just going to show us each of the different versions. So Nature Spirit Z, Deep Saber Z, Nightmare Soldier Z. You can see exactly what's on each one. So, for example, if you want to be like, all right, where's Vmon? You scroll down. All right, there's Vmon right there. Boom. He's only raisable on Metal Empire Z. And I have, of course, the list version. I've got the roster version. There's different ways of looking at what's available on each device. And I recently updated it for the Digital Monster X to versions and exclusives, because I'm going to start putting the pictures of the devices on here. Because same thing with the Digital Monster version 20th. The issue is that you can no longer just call it by the color, because the color isn't necessarily the version. Because version XB, we just called that white before, version white. But there's also green and blue. That's not white at all. So got to go with the internal names of each one, which is just X followed by the letter that appears on the version screen. And yeah, so if you want to see what the differences of each device are, that's what we have. So versions and exclusives page for the Digital Monster X. And there's not really gameplay differences. The only difference is that for version C, XC onward, there is an additional item for gaining experience faster, and there are a lot more Digimon. You have 44 or 44 Digimon on red and purple to raise on each device, and then 50 on yellow and blue on each one to raise. So, and more areas too. They go up to area 45 on these ones. So there's just more, basically. But gameplay-wise, it's almost identical. All right, get that out of there. All right, who's next? Gilmon. All right, we gotta re-pull this to make sure we're not editing any phantom data. Gilmon, you have Bellucci at... Oh, I got several things for Bellucci. Okay. We got 0 to 1 and 0 to 2. Okay. Wolf. Wait, we already did Wolf. Why is he back already? So it's going to be his... this is 0, 4. That's just Garum. We already have Garum. Okay. Agu to Geogray. We'll just type in Geogray because that'll be more accurate. Agu to Geogray is 0 to 2 and 4. That's an update. Wolf to Geogray. Oh, we don't appear to have Wolf to Geogray at all. Okay. So let's put that in. Wolfmon, Pen Z, Virus Busters Z. No idea what number that's going to be, so we'll come back to that. Wolf to Geogray is just, it's 3 care mistakes line. So 3 plus care mistakes. Effort is meaningless for that one. Geograymon, and this would be its 0, 1, 2. Its third evolution. So let's look for all the wolves real quick. It's gonna pull up Beowulf, unfortunately, as well, but I gotta deal with it. Alright, so that's all wolf. Okay. So wolf Garum should be 1, or the 0 slot, which it is. This might just be able to be a 6. Let's see. So Wind Guardians, that should go 1 for the upper, 2 for the lower. Metal Empire would then be 3 and 4, and then it would be Virus Busters. Xvmon. Hold on, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. I did that exactly the way I'm supposed to. Virus Busters 5 and 6. I think that's right now. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's right. Okay, good. We got Wolf updated. Agumon to Graumon. Right here, we know that is now 0 to 2 and 0 to 3. Lots of margin for error on that one. I'm not a big on this song. It's alright. Might skip it, we'll see. Gale to Graumon, 0 to 1 and 4. 0, 1, and 4. And we got Shout for, what is it? Oh, there's so many shouts. Mimic. Shout to Mimic. Yep. That's 0 to 2, 0 to 1. I'm getting close on this evolution guide, I'm not gonna lie. We're approaching the end of it. Shout to cross 3. Right there. 0 to 2, 2 to 4. And once I do get to the end of it, that's the best part. That's when I get to do all the arranging of the charts. Everyone's favorite. Okay, Mimic to Dura. We have that with 0 to 1 and 5 to 6 now. Some leeway. Alright, just a couple more for this session. Bellucci. To Manticore. 0 to 2, 4 to 6. That's the maximum leeway you can have with a adult to perfect. Geogray to Rise. 0 to 2, 4 to 6, also max leeway. Manticore to Ancient Gray. I have that as 0 and 7 to 8. Gadra to Fanglong. Oh, we don't have that at all. Okay. Gadramon, Pen Z, Virus Busters Z, Evolution 0, and that would be 0 to 2. Oh, I only have it as 0 and 10. I guess oh, that's right. Someone submitted that one, so I haven't tested the lower just yet. So 0 care mistakes and level 10. It will be 0 to 2 and 8 to 10. I just have to verify it. That is a requirement for me. On, and I don't know what number that will be, so let's take a look. That's the 4th one. Okay. Got all those dragons and sovereigns all doing that stuff. Nice. And then last one update. Ancient Gray. To Lucemon we have as 0 to 2 and 8 to 10. Commit. We are committing. We are marking these all as done. I am following up on chat. Let's go back to the chat. Perplex 2's been on your favorite device so far. Glad to hear it. Red is mine, but it's like, it's only because of the roster. Purple also has a lot of good mons on it. Obviously, I love Siegramon. What else do I like on that one? I like Dark Knightmon X, surprisingly. I think it looks pretty cool. But Triceramon, Metal Greymon, friggin' Gomamon, you got Okuamon. A lot of my favorites are all over on red, so I'm a big fan of the red device. So sad it's only XP for XA for English. They will probably do the rest. I will say that right now. Obviously, I can't see the future. Obviously, I can't say that for sure. But it's very likely. It'll be a while, though. It was about 8 months between releases for the Digital Monster 20th English. So maybe next year we might see X2, and then after that we'll see X3. They take their time with it. But I would be surprised if they didn't continue them. So we will see. Yeah, being able to buy these for a low price is fantastic. Still will. They released the Vital Bracelet in America, kind of. The Vital Bracelet's not really released in America the way that I would want it to be. It's currently released as a Premium Bandai exclusive, where it is sold out and was a pre-order only item. So it's hard to call that a release, but that's what all Bandai said they're doing so far. That's was how they decided to distribute it. So we'll see. I don't know if they will do a retail release in the future. Very hard to say, but we'll see. For now, they're just considering the Japanese version to be the one for everybody, basically. Trying to get my friends into the votes. Definitely get them in there. I want the XA instead of the XB, but I don't know how long it will take for it to be released in English. The XA should be releasing at the same time as the XB. I'll say that right now. They showed them off at the same time. They're going to release them at the same time. They were both on Diginavi in March. So they're going to come out at the same time. They're just not up yet. So keep in mind, there's not been any actual official announcement by Bandai of America whatsoever for these devices. We do have the official announcement from the Diginavi, but as far as releases go, nothing. Not a thing. So, and that's usually how it goes. The retailers will just put them up as they feel like it. So, just because it's not there yet, no concern, no cause for concern. They'll get there. It's just they do things in a weird way. There should be a Lunamon and Chronomon dim. I'm surprised they only had a Firemon Flaremon and Cressamon on the two dims that just came out. It's so strange that they didn't include anything else from that line. But then again, we have Raiji Ludamon and Duramon apart from their lines on these devices, so it happens sometimes. Thanks for the hard work. You're very welcome, John. I love Siegem Online and Mephistomon X. Yeah, they're both Mephistomon X is a surprising one for me because I hate the original Mephistomon. I'm not a fan of it. Like, I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, but that kind of imagery, like, really, like, gives me the feelings. I'm like, ugh. It just makes me sick to look at it, basically. I don't know. Like, my primal brain sees a goat man, and I'm like, oh, no, not a goat man. But Mephistomon X is hilarious and wonderful, and I love everything about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the next thing I want to do. Oh, you're trying to get them in the V... I thought you were talking about the voting we're doing on the hatchery. Yeah, get them in the V-Pets. Everyone needs to be in V-Pets. Alright, so let's mark off these duns. Let's make that nice and big. And Wind Guardians, come over here. Take out all the updates. Metal Empire had a whole bunch of pointless updates. Oops. Virus Busters, you too. Get rid of your updates. Okay, there we go. So the updates on that portion are complete. Fantastic. All right, so let's just take a look. Make sure that things are looking the way that they need to look. So we'll go back on over to the Pendulum Z Evolution Guide, and I'd like to consolidate that tab, please. Put it right there. Thank you. And you know what? We're going to take the tour. All right, we're going to take the tour. All right, Tarakachi says that if I toggle the legend button, I will bring up the legend. There it is, the legend, where I can learn many great things about what all these random symbols mean. Continue, Tarakachi. Toggle the version selector. Wow, I can jump straight to Wind Guardians. That's amazing. Continue. All right. Oh, if I toggle the sprites, what will happen? Will it toggle the sprites? Oh my gosh, it toggled the sprites. Amazing. Click on the FAQ. Wow, frequently asked questions. Thank you, Tarakachi. Let's continue. I can click on the Digimon. There's Teropiamon. Wow. And there's one of our updates right there. 0 to 1 care mistakes. Level 6 for Vegemon. Perfect. Okay, let's continue. If I click on this, I get a menu. Okay, and continue. And in case you're wondering, that continue button right there is what will make Tarakachi not show up the next time that this happens. Refresh the page. Oh, we're taking a minute to refresh. What's up with my server? and no Tarakachi. Not that I don't want to see Tarakachi. You know, I love her. She's great. She does a fantastic job for the website, but you don't always want her down there. So as long as you take the tour all the way through, she goes away, and she does a wonderful job of explaining all this random stuff to you. So anyway, let's look at a few of these. So we had, what do we have for new ones? We had, what's a brand new thingy that we didn't have before? I think it was Ancient Gray. No, Gadra. Yeah, there he is, Fenglongmon. If we go to Fenglongmon, Gajamon shows up. So by adding the one line, it shows up on both the source and the result, which saves me a ton of time. Didn't used to be how I did it. In fact, let me show you how I used to do it, okay? Because it's disgusting. All right, so this is my table for evolutions, right? It's got a little bit of redundancy. I'm at some point going to take out the names and just have it reference the actual Digimon table. I just haven't gotten around to thinking about it yet. So one of these days that will be done so I can consolidate this even further, which would be nice. But here's the thing. When I started making this website, I didn't know anything about databases. So I was just kind of working with the best I can do. And so if we go to select star from Pen 20, the very first device add to the guide, and therefore the very first database I made, let's see how this information is handled. So we have it starts off about the same, but you'll notice we also have and we'll compare this to where's the actual just listing? Not there. Where did I put it? Okay, so let's just do star from this. So the Pen Z, this is all the Digimon in the Pen Z. I have them organized like this, okay? You'll notice I have far fewer columns, and nothing to do with evolution, because that's all done through a join elsewhere. On the Pen 20, I didn't know what a join was. I didn't know what normalization was. In fact, I still barely understand normalization sometimes, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there. So this is what I did. So the URL, the name and dub name are all there. The rest of the stuff should be there right here. Well, no, not that. Attribute, level, egg 1 and egg 2. That I would put on there. But then we get to the evolution requirements. And these go on for a ways. Because I listed out every evolution separately for everything. And not only was it every evolution separately for everything, but for example, this says Evo 4 is Gekomon. Who is this for? Let's see. That is for Tentomon, right? So I have Evo 4 as Tentomon. So let's say that I messed up on that requirement there, 2+ and 0 to 3 effort. If I wanted to go in and fix that, you know, I obviously typed that in right there, but then I'd also have to go over here, find Gekomon, find his previous evolution, which I have as a separate column here, there's Tentomon, and change it there too. So major data redundancies, first of all, in the Pen 20 table. It's embarrassing, honestly, how this looks. I still don't know a whole bunch, because this is all just self-taught. I learn things as I need them, and even now, it's like, with the little knowledge I've gained since then, I'm like, what was I thinking back then doing it this way? And yeah, so that's it's disgusting, and one day I do plan on fixing it, but right now it's not broken technically, so that's why I haven't fixed it, but I am working on implementing more features that will require me to have better laid out tables, so eventually I will have to fix it. But yeah, that's how disgusting things used to be. I don't know if anyone here knows anything about MySQL or anything like that crap. Those of you that do know about it probably know more than I do. I need to save that, thank you. But Picap Marine Angemon in Gomon's Evo line, that's my favorite one. Oh no, totally. Zoodlemon evolving into Marine Angemon was my favorite way to go before Regalicusmon came along. And technically there's not been anything in media, in Digimon media, that has that happening other than the card game, but I don't count the card game when considering official evolutions. But for my own personal line, I do have Zoodlemon going into Regalicusmon now. But Marine Angemon used to be my go-to for that. I really liked that. Especially because when I first discovered the pendulums, it's like I saw that and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Zoodlemon becomes Marine Angemon. Duh, of course. And like, I just picked up, I just latched onto that, basically. Does Deltamon have an X? It does not. It would look really cool. I know what you mean. At least you learned. Absolutely. I did at least learn. At this point, I wish I would have learned sooner. It's all good stuff. Learn how to do development in some way, everybody. It's helpful. Unless you don't need to, unless you got a good job doing something else, in which case it doesn't matter. I like how I still have this camera on over here, but I haven't used it at all today. Am I going to use it today? We'll find out, won't we? All right, what was I doing? All right, so we verified that our updates have been committed. They are showing up on the website. There's Gundramon with 0 to 2 level 8, and Rebellomon should be brand new for Gundramon. I like to double check some of the brand new ones just to make sure they show things, and they do. So it looks like we're good, and if we're not good, someone will tell me in a few days when they get the wrong evolution. So I'm sorry when that happens, everybody. But I am mostly one person working on this, and then thankfully the community is able to submit evolution data where they can, which I'm very appreciative of. Can we see the Metal Empire? Yeah, sure. Take a look. There's the Metal Empire. And I'll turn on this so you can see the actual imagery as well. Are these coming stateside? Nah, these ain't coming stateside. Not anytime soon for sure. Like, if these were coming to the United States, at the current rate as things happen, we would see these at a minimum in like 3 years. Is that right? So 8 months for each X version. So that puts us into that takes us all the way through 2022. And then if they were to do, they would do Pen 20 before they do Pen Z, if that would even happen. So that would take us through 2023. So yeah, 2024 is when you would expect to see the Pen Z based on that release schedule. They are behind. Can we see? Oh yeah, sure. That's what you meant. Here's the Metal Empire. We'll even get somebody going on there. Who do I want to get going on this thing? Oh, I need to move that back up there so I can actually see it where I am. Blip. Whee. Okay, who we're gonna raise? Let's see. I say raise as if I'm actually gonna do anything with this other than do tests and such. I do like Machmon. I do Rebellomon all the time. I need to do somebody else. Let's look over at the list over here. What else do I really like on here? Yeah, Machmon. Machmon's up. Alright, we'll put that on too, just in case I do decide to test anything with you. And there we go. Let's get some feeding in for you. And let's do some training. Could have put that on the other camera. I didn't need to do it on that one too. And there he goes. Woo! It's Machmon. He is looking good. All right. Do Dino Beamon. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I'll reset it and do Dino Beamon. We'll do both. Why not? I don't mind showing off some of these guys on here. So let's go to Dino Beamon. That would be towards the end after the supers. Pile Drat, Imperial, Dino B. Alright, so we have... Yeah, I didn't need to do that, but... Alright, needs 6 pieces of food. And it needs me to shake 4 times. That 4? Yeah. It says, I say 4 times, but it's really 4 arrows. There goes Dino Beamon. You refocus there, please, a little bit. There we go. Okay. Is putting them into the debug mode hard? Nah, not really. Like, if you've never used a soldering iron, maybe, but I say that as someone who had never used a soldering iron before I tried it out on a Pen 20, and here I am debugging everything I get. What about Omnimon D20? That is, I don't have a DM20 handy. I apologize. I could probably bring up on here though. It's wild seeing an Evo Guide for the original Pendulum on the site, even though I'll probably never own them. Yeah, at some point we'll also have the original Digital Monster on here too, possibly even version 6. I haven't decided yet. I probably will do version 6 as well, but yeah, this is actually mostly done by Flurp. And fun fact, we recently discovered an error in this guide, which is that down here for Nightmare Soldiers, we have Death Marimon here evolving into Boltmon. Well, no, that's the correct one. Why did I say it like that? We have Death Marimon here evolving to Skull Mammon. Now, this site is based a lot on Nahoko, and Nahoko is a very, like, they're great. They're one of the best sites around for Digimon information for VPets in Japan. And, you know, I use them for a lot of my older VPets, for sure. Like, they're a fantastic website. If you've got an older VPet and it's not on my website, and you don't trust File Island because information is a little outdated, Nahoko is great. Go with them. But we can see here, here's the issue, is that if I go to the evolution guide down here, okay, so we have right here, Death Marimon is showing 1 and 2 right here. That means that it turns into Ultimate 1 and Ultimate 2. Skull Mammon and Boltmon. And I thought that was correct, because even on the Pen 20, it has Death Marimon becoming Skull Mammon. But it's not the case. And I found this out because someone left a comment on my YouTube video saying, like, hey, I had Vamdemon and that evolved to Skull Mammon. And I'm like, that can't be right, can it? And I go and look. I got a... I don't know if you know Duke. He was originally going to be trying to do a New File Island website, but unfortunately that kind of fell through. And he and I recently, he was saying that it's just basically he's not going to be able to do a few... He's not going to be able to do as much as he wants, so he wanted to ask for my help with scanning the guidebooks. So he recently shipped them to me. So I actually have all those guidebooks right now. So awesome of Duke to do that. I compensated him at least a little bit for doing so, but yeah, right now I'm holding on to them as precious materials that I must not let anything happen to. They're right over there, actually. I'm not going to go get them. But it's a big box of them. So I go and I grab the Nightmare... I grabbed the Wingardians book because for some reason the Ultimate Evolutions are talked about in the book after the version you're on as a way to make you keep buying more books. You guys are so sneaky. And I look in there, and sure enough, Death Marimon does not evolve into Skull Mammon according to the book. It's Vamdemon. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did we not know this? How is this not a thing we knew? Because if we look at let's look up a Skull... Look up the English card, okay? Skull Mammothmon card. I searched for this the other day, as you can imagine I would do. And right there, Mammothmon, Myotismon. That's what the card lists. And you're maybe wondering, well, what crap does that have to do anything? The card game is basically the pendulums and the virtual and the original virtual pet in card form. So if it says that there, it's probably what it is. Like if I look up Marine Angemon's card real quick, you'll see, well, that's actually a little bit hard to see, but it says Mega Seedramon and Pseudomon, which were the ones that you would do on the Pendulum Deep Sabers. So it's like the cards. Sorry, I gotta move my foot. Resting on it weird. The cards generally followed what the Pendulum would say. There were a few cases where it didn't. Like Hoomon, for example, listed Garudamon as one of its previous evolutions, but it that wasn't the thing you could do on the original Pendulum, which is surprising, right? You think, oh, of course Garudamon could evolve to Hoomon, but that just wasn't the case originally, because Pendulums were weird sometimes. But yeah, so all that time, we had the answer staring straight in our face, and we just never really acknowledged it, which is insane to me. So I don't know where Nahoko got that idea from. I am curious about that, because again, these guys, they know a lot of stuff. So I'm just wondering where that came from. I'm not sure, but we've got a bunch of people in the hatchery testing it right now to be sure that yes, it is an accurate result. Because again, test everything. I don't take a lot of... I take some things at face value, but other things where it's like I have to change something that we previously thought was the case. It's like, okay, I got to make sure we test that. So some helpful people are currently testing that out. Pen 20 is pretty good. I agree. I love it. Can you show the Pen 20th Metal Empire and what is on it? Pen 20th is not just one device. It's back there in the drawers, so I'm not going to go get it right now, but I can grab it on the next one. But that's where I started the whole website from, was with the Pen 20. And it's got just basically everything in it, so that's what I love about it, especially if you mod it. Modding it does a lot of helpful things. Alright, so how are we looking on our progress here? So basic requirements, we actually do have that. I'm doing this a little bit out of order, I think. So we actually marked that one off. If I was logged in, of course. Let's log in real quick here. I'll go over here. You can have a look at my beautiful background. Why is Postman Agent's desktop shortcut there? Get out of there. I don't want that. Alright, logging in to Trello, because I wasn't for some reason. Okay, logged in Trello. No, get out of there. Gotta verify my email. Ugh. And I gotta bring up my email. I gotta do all this stuff just to log into Trello. Then it made a noise. Email from Atlassian. I'm attempting to log in. Yes! It's the only computer I use for this. I guess it's nice because it's more security. Alright, now I'm actually logging in Trello. Here we go. Here I was thinking card game evos were random. It does make sense looking at the evo guide. Yeah, no, not random at all. Like, it looks like it, right? I remember, because the card game came out in America before I knew about the pendulums. And so I looked at one like Tailmon. I'm like, why did just Tailmon evolve from Tentomon? What are they thinking? I had no idea that's because that's one of Tailmon's original evolutions from the Pendulums. So it's a super clean desktop. Thank you. Still waiting on Prime Trilogy HD. I know. Where is it? Why is it not released yet? It's so easy. Like, do it. Port it. Make it happen. Like, how have you not done it yet? Do it. It's like, I own that game. I own the original metal case of that, and I love it. I love it. It's one of my cherished possessions from back then. And I have it on the Wii U as well. I really do like Metroid Prime better with the Wii controls than I do with the controller controls. That's all controllers, whatever. You know what I mean. But I like the pointing and clicking. I'm more used to using a mouse for shooting games, so it helped me out a lot with that. But no, that's my jam. I'm looking forward to it. Whenever it does release, that and Metroid Prime 4 someday on both. Okay, so back to the trail board. So we're logged in. So now I can mark off that we got all the basic requirements, because we do. We know what all the results are right now, right? I think we do. Yeah, whatever. We're close enough. Requirement divs on the chart. I haven't done that yet. Adding requirements to database. That's in there, actually. We've done that. So we still got to find the remaining requirements. I'm going to bump this one up to here. I'd like to do it before. We could start making the requirement divs at least, though. We could start doing that. Arrange chart for least amount of crossover. Yeah, that's always fun. Boil the spaghetti, requirements without unlock slots, and add spaghetti sauce. Okay. So, might jump into doing that right now. Yeah, let's pull up Sublime. Hello, Sublime. We are not Oh, that's right. That's another thing I wanted to do. What's it look like right now? I want to take a look at the table on the Vital Bracelet. This is something I was working on last week and then ran out of time, so I was like, I'll do this later. And then I didn't do it later, because that's just the kind of guy I am. And let's go down to the activity type section, where I have this table. And let's look at it in mobile view. Doop doop. And we'll do it on a super tiny screen. Okay, so right now I have the tables as scrollable, and I was going to make them stackable. I don't want to do that right now. I'm not doing that right now. Why has Digimon not made a phone device? Like, you can get it with downloading an app? Tamagotchi did one time, and I don't think anyone liked it at all. Or at least they didn't play it very much. That was, what was that called? I don't remember what the app was called. Tamagotchi Live? I don't remember. But either way, no one downloaded it. And I did, but it also, I didn't like it very much because I like having the physical device. It's very much weird for me how different of an experience it is when it's on a phone as opposed to a standalone thingy. Metroid Prime 4 feels like Half-Life 3. Yeah, at this point it kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up Sublime Text again. Okay, so we're not gonna do any CSS stuff today. Get rid of that. We're not gonna use that. We're gonna pull up. I don't know where this is gonna pop up. So turning off the screen for just a moment to make sure I don't put any. Yeah, good call. It came up right in the middle. Pull up my directory for this, and we are working with the Penzi today, and we're working with the charts for that. We started this a little bit a few weeks ago, and I'm going to keep going now. All right, we can turn the middle screen back on. And we were working on just the Wind Guardians one. There it is. Bring up this, and we're going to go to Penzi/later index. And we can see a few of our divs are already going to be here. So we have these guys right here. So we need to go through and we need to add divs for the other ones. But do I want to do that right now? This is the hard part, right? Is I got to weigh whether or not it'd be efficient for me to do this. Just because there's still information that hasn't been determined yet. So would this be the most efficient use of my time to do? Yes. Still yes, because I can still arrange it based on how many Digimon go to that. So still somewhat efficient. So we need to pull up this on this side. We'll keep Sublime on the left. Okay, so right now we have Falcomon with 2+ and 2+. Is that what we have here? 2+, 2+. Yes, that should all... Actually, yes, that's definitely all the case right now. Adults, not so much. What is this? This sounds wonderful. What am I listening to right now? I freaking love this kind of thing. Apples by Karuna. I'll go back to the thing you were doing a second ago. I don't like it as much now. Too much of the base. Although I am on the chill base station. I guess that's to be expected. Alright, anyway. Half screen. Thank you. Alright, yeah. We're going to go through this. So let's go down to Peck. There we go, Peck. So we have a couple of Majiggers here right now. And we're going to use them. So if we look at Peckmon's evolutions, it can come from Falcomon and Hawkmon. So that's Vaccine 1 and Free 1. So right now we have this as... Oh, we just have that like that. Alright, so this would be Free 1 row. Requirements are 0 to 2, 3 to 4. Up here, 0 to 2, 3 to 4. And then for Hawkmon, we just have it as Mistake 0 and Effort 0. Do I even have a thing for 0 effort? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so, and there's only 2 in here right now, so that's good. Next up, we have Diatramon. And I realize, once again, that this is not optimal camera placement, so back down. In fact, we're going to shrink you a little bit, because we're not even using you right now, so let's just, there we go. Diatramon, you can only come from Falcomon, which is a bummer. I really wish you can get it from Pomumon, because Pomumon, unfortunately, has replaced Falcomon in my totally official chart, my official VPET chart, that for my personal VPET, if I ever had free reign to make one. Falcomon, the original Falcomon, not the stupid Ninja Owl Falcomon, who's not a falcon, was originally like my favorite bird, but Pomumon is definitely my favorite bird now, even though it's a fruit. But yeah, so on my thing, I like having Pomumon evolve the Diatramon, but on here that's not even possible, so that's just how it goes. So we don't need 2 of these guys, we only need 1. Yeah, take out these. That means we will not need a connection line, and we don't need that connection line either. Actually, wait, we needed 1 of those. What did I just do? Yeah. No, I need to keep that. Okay, that's what I did wrong there. Alright, get rid of that, get rid of this, but we keep this. We do not need this ID. 0 to 2, 0 to 2. So, mistakes, 0 to 2. Effort, 0 to 2. And if anyone has questions about what the crap I'm doing with this stuff, feel free to, like, shout them out. I'm not a great well, actually, no. I am an okay HTML teacher, but, I don't know. If you don't know HTML already, that's going to be the question, is will I be able to share it with that? But if you have questions, just feel free to blurt them out. Alright, so 0 to 2, 0 to 2. That is for Diatramon. Petermon up next can come from Tinkermon, 0 to 1, 0 to 2. So that is... Oh, we didn't set this. Vaccine 1R, please. Alright, Tinkermon and Wolfmon, so that would be Virus 1R for Tinkermon with 0 to 1 and 2 to 4 effort. And then we have Wolfmon is free 3, I think. So we can actually just take this middle one out of Petermon and call that good. And that would be 3 plus care mistakes. Or is it? It probably is actually 2 plus, but I haven't tested 2 yet, so we'll have to see. So I'm going to keep it as that for now. Actually, no one else can see this, so I'm making it 2. So I'm going to make it 2, because I'm probably going to have to do 2 later. Alright, first and last, check. This is a virus evolution, so that'd be the Virus 1 Combiner. Which that won't matter yet, because that's part of making the spaghetti, so I didn't even need to do that yet. I'm doing it with this anyway. Okay, Cockatrimon. We have 3 for that one. Do we? Oh, we only got 1 here. So right now we have that as the other. Do we think Cockatrimon will be the other guy for this? Or will that be Vegemon who'll be other? First of all, none of them seem to have an upper or an evolution case like this, like what Guilmon has, where it can become Bellucimon with average care and also like well-trained bad care. Like good care, low training, bad care, high training. It can become it with both of those. And so usually that means I'll make that an other. So Bellucimon will definitely be an other for Guilmon. But when it comes to these guys, it's harder to say. So like, I'd say that's the other for Hawk. That's the other for Falco. This could be the other for Wolf as well. What's Wolf's other evolution? Parasamon? Parasamon also makes a good other. And also, yeah. Why is my phone beeping off the charts? Quit all your dang beeping. Also, the phone was making noises in there. It was both. You get out of here. You're silenced. Done. Okay, so... So do I want to make Cockatrimmon another? 'Cause it's got a lot going into it. What else does Pomu become? Yeah, I don't like to do top cares of the others, so... For you... Makes sense for you, and then that could be Wolf's other as well. I mean, it's not a bad thing for it to be. So yeah, Cockatrimmon's going to stay other to make it nice and easy on myself. And that's going to have 3 different lines going into it. I don't need to do that yet because that's technically spaghetti, but doing it anyway. It should be virus 1 and data 1 up here. We'll worry about length of lines later. And that would be a data, so that's going to keep the data 1 as its primary majigger. Okay, Parasar. Same 3 guys, actually, so it's funny. And we have that as another as well, but we can't do another twice. Is it really they have the same 3 evolutions? How about that? That's strange. But do I still think that one? Yes, Parasar shouldn't be the other. It should be the other 2. The other question becomes, so I'll have 3 different things here and 1 here. Yeah, that's still just as efficient. So Parasar is going to have 3 whole things coming out of it. So we'll start with just these 2. Why is Pomumon below Tinkermon? That shouldn't be the case. Bring me up the evolutions. And Parasar. No, I spelled Parasar wrong. There we go. Parasar, you come from... Oh yeah, no, it should be... No, should it? It's always the first one is the highest care, and then after that, yeah, it should be that way. Even though it's a virus like Tinkermon. I think that's how I'm doing it, at least. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it again later. Switch those 2 around. Because yeah, if it's a highest care one, that's the one I usually try to put at the top. In this case, this is Pomumon's highest care. Oh, yeah, let's check out chat. Does anyone remember Digimon World 4? I actually played like none of the Digimon World games. I started 1 and 2 a few times, but didn't get far in the slightest. Is the watch where you can connect your Digivice to made by Bandai? The watch where you can connect your Digivice to. If you're talking about the Vital Bracelet, yes. I'm not sure if you're talking about the Vital Bracelet. Do you think the Pendulum Z will be released in English? No, I don't. But if it does, it won't be for many, many years anyway. Like 3 of them at least is what we did the math on earlier, actually. But no, I don't think it's happening, unfortunately. Okay, so Adult Right 4 connectors. So we're not going to worry about the connectors just yet. We're just going to focus on getting 3 things out here. Okay. So we have Pomumon is data 1. So we don't need 2 of these on each one, just 1. Currently getting rid of some of the connecting lines. So data 1, we have virus 1, and that goes here, here, and here. Then we have free 3. Okay, and then I'll need to get 2 of those out. We'll duplicate that one as we go. So number 1, Pomumon is 0 to 2, 2 to 4. So mistake, 0 to 2. And then effort 2 to 4. Copy both of those. And we have Tinkermon with 2 plus care mistakes, so 2 to 4, and effort is 4. And Wolfmon is 0 and 0 for both. Okay. Parasarmon's good. Vegemon! That's a nice and easy one. It's got 3 plus and 3 plus, and then 2 plus and that. So 2 thingies. And it's got 2 thingies already. Good. I say thingies, I'm talking about the divs, but You know what I mean when I say thingies, right? Alright, so Tinkermon... No, Falcomon is the first one. Both of those are above that, so... it's just Tinkermon shows up first because it's the virus. So that would be... just 3 care mistakes for both of those, so... 3 to 4, and then we need to add... Let's see. Div... class equals column, because we're going to be making a new column here, and slash that div, indent, indent. Okay, and then we need to get 2 more lines, and I need to take this away. So this is now going to be vaccine 1, this one is going to be spacer 5, and this one is going to be data 1. And this is vaccine 1 here, and vaccine 1 here. Okay, so now we've got those in there. And then Tinkermon, we need to not only have mistakes... I could have done that backwards because it already had multiple. Oh well. Virus 1, and it's 2 to 4. Wait a minute, if I have Tinkermon with 2 to 4 there... I did something wrong a minute ago. I'll go back. 0 to 1... Okay, so Vegemon should be good. Let's go back. I think it was on Cockatrimmon. No, it was Petermon. Yeah, I was saying Wolfmon. I don't know that Wolfmon is 2+, so let's go back to that. It's still 3+ for all I know. I was using some bad logic in my head. Alright, so after Vegemon comes Aquilamon. And Aquilamon only has one thing. It just comes from the free 3? Oh, is that free 3? Should be... What color are you using? You're using free 3. You're using free 1. I'll have to fix some colors. That's fine. Alright, so free 3 for that. And mistakes and all that. I only tested 0 and 4 so far. So 0 and 4. Garum. We have with Wolfmon, which is free 1 with 0 and 4. That's what we'll continue to list here. And then we have Gabumon with other. That's just, yeah, we're going to leave that as other for sure. Okay. And that's vaccine 3. Nope, in this case, it's data 2. That's what Gabumon is. Okay, so we just cleared out all the adults, which means that now if I go up to the top here, I have some embedded CSS for handling these things, and we're going to take out... Oh no, we're not going to take out, we're going to add in. Where did I put it? Did I put it on the index? I might have put it on the index. And I'm going to add it to this, though, at least. Didn't need that bracket. Adult. Do I have these ones displaying? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't see that. I'm just dumb. All right. So we're gonna copy this. What's padding? That's padded. That's not what I wanted either. What is making you display? Before I go on a wild goose chase for this. Oh, I just have the for real on there. Duh. What's wrong with me? That's the whole reason I made that. All right. So for real on the divs. And that goes on the individual requirements. Is that really how I'm doing this? That's not even efficient. I could do it like this, much more efficiently. Requisites for real, for real, for real. Why am I not just doing it like this? Adult Rex DMX. And on Wing Guardians only. That should do it. Alright, let's see if that actually does do it. Turning off the screen for just a moment. So I realized I forgot to bring up my FTP. And I need my FTP to be able to send stuff to the internet. While that's loading, let's look at chat for a moment. Where did I put chat? There you are. Okay. Gotta go. Oh, I didn't say goodbye to Quinn. Thank you for coming, Quinn, if you are still here, which you probably aren't at this point. Do you think Bandai will follow the idea of Vital Bracelet for the next V-Pats if it sells well? Hard to say. Bandai's not one to try a new idea and stick with it, I've noticed over the years. So they might do additional fitness band type things, or they might do something completely different. There's not the thing they stuck longest with was the idea of pendulums. That made its way through several V-Pets, but outside of that, they don't tend to do the same thing over and over again. Ever played Pendulum Color? So when it first came out, I was very much against it because it had it was paid. Well, like you could download the app for free, but you paid for the eggs, and I'm like, that's illegal. You can't charge people for other people's content. And now, to be fair, they had like their own original sprites and everything, but it was still Bandai's property, and that's so I had issues with that. And it sounds like they've updated it since then, but I still haven't given it a shot, just mostly because I don't tend to gravitate to phone apps functioning as virtual pets, unfortunately. I wish I would, because that would make it a little bit easier to play more, but I just don't, for whatever reason. Alright, so let's see if I did this right. If what I was thinking was accurate. Yeah, what I was thinking is accurate. So why did I do this way? What's wrong with me? Okay, so we'll worry about that in the future. So we have a little bit of cleanup over here to do. That's fine. Just very small amount. We see that all these are kind of like stretched out and everything, and that's because I didn't change the classes on them. So on Parasar, so we have them set to right now high 36W. W is for wide, so they're showing up too wide. We need them to be just high 36. It's because I modified this from the other image, which is supposed to be wide. And is it just those three? Okay, yeah, it is just those three. So let's push that real quick. Yeah, is the Pendulum Color app, is that on the Play Store or is that somewhere else? I don't even know. First time watching, it's having fun. You talk in the background while I edit my own wiki. Thanks for your Digimon content. Glad to hear it. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I like about streams, is just kind of having them on while I'm doing stuff, which is why I'm doing this, because this way I'm on while I'm doing stuff, which makes me, it helps me just kind of do it, I guess is the best way to put it. So glad I can help give you some of that same thing. Alright, so we got those going on there, and the coloring, so that would be red and blue, so that should be Wolf and Falco, but it's not, that should be Hawk, so we need to fix that color. So, Peck, and that's supposed to be free 3 for Falco. Okay, Diatra from Falco, that's correct. Purple is Tinker, that's Hawk. That should be Wolf, so Peter, change that to free 1. Okay, Cockatrice, we put that as green, that's fine. When there's only one requirement, we only need one color. Green, purple, light blue, I believe that one needs to be dark blue as well, yes. So for Parasar, we need to change that to free 1. And that to free 1 as well. We'll change that while we're here, why not? Veggie from Falco and Pomu, we're missing one. No, because it comes two of the same ones, so this will be both. Well, that should be that. So that should be purple, though. Tinker should be purple. So Veggie. This one should be Virus 1. There we go. And then Aquila, yes. That is Data 2 is that, I guess. So we need that to be Data 3 for Gabu. Well, that's for Garum. Okay, so this should be Data 3. And then that one is good. That needs to stay orange because it's a vaccine. All right, let's push. Make sure our colors are correct now. File incomplete. Send it again. Refresh. And now those colors are updated and correct. Beautiful. All right, so next we'll move on to the perfects. Perfects should be pretty easy. Actually, no, that's where Joggersing happens. That's way more difficult. What am I saying? Alright. DMPC. Yeah, that one's still around. I'm actually in the Discord server for that one, but no one ever talks there, so I'm not around it much. Reminded me of the Microsoft Paperclip guy. Okay, so let's see. Scroll down, and Yatagara. Alright, so Yatagara Ooh, that's a lot. 4. Alright, do any of them overlap? Yes, we do have overlap. 0 to 2, 4 to 6. Nequila might overlap too. But Diatra definitely does not overlap. Do I want to... So let's test it. Let's find out right now if Aquilamon overlaps with this. So, well, no, because I gotta do multiple tests for that, because I don't want to waste it, because if it's 0 to 1, what do I think? Let me look back at the past. So, if I look at the other Digimon on the Pendulum Z... Nope, that's Vital Bracelet. I don't need to go to Vital Bracelet. We're done with that for the moment. Evolution Guide, please. Oh, snap, you can't see my windows. Sorry about that. Fixing. There you go. Just over here talking and y'all are just trusting that what I'm saying makes sense. So let me go back to show you what I did real quick. So we have all the divs of these various Digimon up now. So we can see that what the requirements are. This isn't going to be on the live page. This is on the later index.php. So not everyone's going to be able to just run in and see that, because I don't want it to be a big mess as I'm working on it. I want it to be clean when I push it to production. So that's what's going on there. Thank you, Shika, for letting me know that. Okay, so anyway, I was going to look at some of these guys. So Tailmon is a 0-2 partner, and it evolves 0 to 2, 4 to 6. Ankylomon, are you at 0 to 2, 4 to 6? Yes. And Stingmon, 0 to 2, 4 to 6. Yes. So they're all 0 to 2, 4 to 6. And I'm going to go ahead and just trust that this will be 0 to 2, 4 to 6 as well, and proceed that way. Now, that's fine to do because no one's going to be looking at this but me. So if it's wrong, I will fix it later, and no one is misguided, because if you click on Yatagaramon, you'll still see the specific requirements listed out that are tested. But at least for this, it'll be easier if I don't do that. So 0 to 2, 4 to 6 for Yatagaramon. So we got that in there, and that comes from which Digimon? It comes from Peckmon, who is Vaccine 1. It comes from Cockatrimmon, which is Data 2. Is it really? Is that Data 2? Is that correct? I gotta double check that. I always second guess myself with these things. Penzi. Let's scroll down, actually. Peter. Oh, let's order by. Order by index column. Peter Cockatrice. Yep, Peter is Data 1. Alright, so Peter's Data 1. So that means you need to be Data 1. And then you also come from Aquilamon, who is Free 3. Yep, that matches. And Diatramon as a Jogress. So if we look at this, so we have the Jogressing right here. Oh, it's a special Jogress, that's right. Well, not this is, but on Deep Savers it was, and I copied Deep Savers to make this. Alright, so this Jogress should not have any leveling requirements, and it does not have a specific Digimon on it, so we're going to take away that. And we're going to take away that. And it should just be Jogress, and that is vaccine free. That comes from Diatramon, who is vaccine 2, right? Yes. In case you're wondering how I'm knowing that they're vaccine 1 or 2, it's because I just have them color-coded that way. So red is vaccine 1, yellow is vaccine 2, green is Data 1, teal or aqua, whatever you want to call that, is Data 2. Bright violet is, or I guess it's more fuchsia than anything. We'll say that's violet and this is indigo, right? So violet is virus 1, indigo is virus 2, cyan is free 3, blue is free 1, orange is vaccine 3. And sometimes I need to go farther than that, which is annoying when I have to do that. We also have Data 3 over here in the form of forest green. And do we have any other colors? Gray is free 4, because sometimes you need to go to free 4. Navy is free 2. Vaccine 4 is pink. And then sometimes there's a brown. What do I use brown for? What the heck do I use brown for? Do I have browns on here anywhere? I think I use it for virus. Yeah, I use brown for virus 4. What's virus 3? Virus 3 is one of these 3 purples. That's violet. This is more fuchsia. That's violet. Violet. What's wrong with me? So yeah, violet is virus 3. Fuchsia is whatever. I'm talking about the color names long enough now. Alright, so Digimon, joggers with that. That's vaccine 2. Vaccine 2 does not need to be clickable. And is not a Z-jog. It's just a normal flipping thing. Wait, technically it is a Z-jog, of course. We also don't need this. We don't need this. I have so many things on it. I should have saved those for somewhere else. Oh well, I'll get them from somewhere else. Lake Re-Rises widget. Yeah, it's pretty cute. I wish I liked Re-Rise. I'm not good at liking mobile games for the most part. Unless it's like Sword and Sorcery, because I freaking love Sword and Sorcery. Or, what's that other one? Knights of Pen and Paper I really like. Virus and Violet is Violet. Yeah, there you go. I had reason for saying it. It wasn't just out of nowhere. Okay, so that's the Yatagaramon. Parrotmon, you come from 4 different guys. Vaccine free, vaccine free, vaccine. Wow, way to make it nice and easy for me. All vaccine free. Love it. And it looks like whoever was in Parrotmon's position before that is similar. That would be Gosukamon, I believe. So 4 different Digimon, all coming from vaccine free. So we can get rid of one of these. Which one, though? We'll get rid of this one. Don't need that one. Alright, so it comes from Vaccine 1. It comes from Data 1. Ignore these IDs for now, because we're not even touching those yet. It comes from Data 2. It comes from Free 3. And that's if we joggers with Vaccine Free. Great! I love when there's overlap between these things. It makes it so much easier for me. Alright. In fact, I should be careful about making sure I'm getting the right order going on here. Alright, so it's Parrot, Vaccine 2. That's 4 of them. Can I do a spacer on 4? Let's look. I can't remember if I... Okay, I can do spacers on 3 between the lines. Between 5, I know I cannot. More than 3 doesn't come up a whole lot. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Deathmon, Chimeramon both. Well, Chimeramons are split up. Up here, anybody up here? Got a whole mess. That's 5 for Gosukamon. I don't know if I have any examples of 4 lines incoming, so let's just find out, shall we? If I was to come in right here to Marine Chimeramon, and I was to say that we were going to add one more line with a spacer. It's highlighting. It's hard to tell if that's highlighting. Okay, well I screwed that up. Let's try that again. How do I keep screwing that up? What is happening there? Oh, I can see what's oh, so it's weird doing this in an element inspector because the element inspector kind of like rearranges what I do as I do it, which is kind of annoying. So if I do that, preserve? Wow, rude. Why do you keep doing that? I put the spacer there. Why did you take the spacer away? Just flat out removed it. What the? What a jerk. Should be right here. Close enough. Alright, so yeah, 4 is going to barely fit, I could tell. If I just take out this one extra spacer that got rearranged, then that'd be good. And this other extra spacer. Yeah, 4 fits. Cool. Alright, back over here. So we don't need to... So we do need to add spacers back in here. That's what I was trying to figure out. Alright, so let's... do I got any spacers lying around here I can just grab? There's one. Take you. Paste, paste, paste. Alright, got some spacers. Great. Who's up next? Hippogriffo. Hippogriffo has... That's another big jogger. So we have... Ooh, look at all those. That's a solid 6 of them. Holy crap. Only one... Oh, actually, one of them is not jogger. So data, data virus, vaccine data, and natural. Do we have anyone that follows that pattern on Deep Savers? No, not really. So we'll just kind of make this one up as we go. Alright. So Hippogriffo. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 incoming areas, and we currently have 1, 2, 3, it's 3 in here. So we'll duplicate the middle one. And we don't know what order they'll be in necessarily yet, so we'll just go in the order in which it appears here. So we have a Jogress first of all. This would be Jogress data. That comes from 2 different Digimon. Add the spacer between them. And that's Petermon, so that's data 1 and data 2. Data 1 and data 2, okay. Change that to be data 1. Actually, I usually do data 2 for the Jogresses, so we'll change that to data 2 for right now, and we might change that again later. Griffimon's the one that you Jogress with, but shows up first. Is that accurate? Let's check up. Hippogriffo, then Lila. Yeah, Lila shows second, even though Hippogriffo is a major Jogresser. Weird. There's not always a specific order to these things I've found. Okay. Jogress data. Alright, so cool. Pekmon and Diatramon, those are both the vaccines, so we'll do the same thing here. Take those. Vaccine 1 and Vaccine 2. Requirements are data virus, which I already have here. Surprising, okay. Cool. And then the virus. So the only thing it doesn't come from is Vegemon, huh? What does Vegemon happen when you do that? I just want to... Sometimes I like to verify when something's out of an order. So vaccine data for Vegemon. What do you get? Vaccine and data for Vegemon gives you Lilamon. Alright, sure. Why not? Okay, so yeah, Vegemon's not supposed to be there at all. Poor guy. So virus 1, right? Yep, Fuchsia. Virus 1, vaccine and data. Oops, not Jogress. Vada. And then the last thing is the Aquilamon, which is 0 to 1, and oh, that's the Jogress weird thing. Ugh, I should have saved that from Hippogriffo. So weird about a requirement. So let's grab it from another chart real quick. Let me bring up another chart. Yeah, Nightmare Soldiers is as good as any other. So we're looking for on click. There it is. All this jazz that I have to do with this. We'll just take this nice holding thing right there. Everything within the column. I don't feel like redoing this. Wait, was that the right one? The max requirement or the low requirement? Yeah, that's the low requirement. And then I had that inside of this. There we go. Okay, so the weird thing about Jogresses on the Penzi is that for the 0-2 one specifically, so the partners from the second season of Digimon, it's if you're not at maximum, kind of, what's going on with my connection? Am I doing okay? Okay, there we go, I'm back. If you're not at maximum level when you're trying to do a anime specific Jogress like this, so Aquilamon and Tailmon Jogressing together, that would normally get Sylphimon in the show, right? But you have to be at level 6 in order to get that. So if Aquilamon's not level 6, it'll instead be Hippogriffomon. So I've got to make that work for this. So I've also got to set up the way to be able to click on the Digimon details when you get to this thing. So we need to be able to click on Tailmon's details. So Tail as Digimon details. Title is Tailmon. And this is coming from Free 3, yep. Clickable Z-Jog, all those classes are correct. Level 1 to 5, Jogress with, and we're Jogressing with Tail. I just dropped a few more frames there. Don't know what's going on. I will say, it's terrifying to me to be just doing streaming over Wi-Fi. Like, for those unaware, I am in a temporary living arrangement while we are waiting for our new home to be ready, which should be later this year. In the meantime, my parents have been gracious enough to lend me their home. They've given us a couple rooms, and so this is the room I grew up in. There's a Blastoise. That one. There's a Blastoise I won from Six Flags as a kid. It's still here. But there's not a way to get internet through a cable up here, which is normally my jam. I usually stick into Ethernet, but there's no Ethernet up here. There's no Ethernet connection. So I am over Wi-Fi, and it does look like it's being finicky right now. So bear with me. If you are seeing a lot of connection issues, feel free to let me know. And if you see me like fall off, sorry, that's not my intention. I'm keeping track of it. I've only dropped about 1,000 frames so far, which isn't bad, but it's not good either. So anyway, back to this. So tail, GIF, free 3. All right, so that's all good. So we have Hippogriffamon is updated. Good. The ones with all the Jogresses are always the toughest. There we go. That's more like it. 2 things. All right, so we have Lila. It can only come from 2 things. We have so many placeholders down here. So let's get rid of the middle one. We don't need it. I always get rid of the middle because I have things. I have IDs specifically on the first and ending requirement div that tell it that is the first and ending requirement div. So that's what that does is it tells these lines over here how big to be is the way that works. All right, so Lila, you come from first Petermon. And Petermon, it comes from 0 to 2 and 4 to 6. So mistake 0 to 2. Duplicate that. And level C. C for compact, because originally I had a wider level format, but it didn't work as well, so I went with a smaller, or I went with a compact level layout. Level C, 4 to 6. All right, then we only need 1 connecting line over here. Also, don't forget that needs to be data 1, data 1, data 1, and then Digimon. We have virus 2 is what that is. Gotta go. Have a good one, the Grimlock. Thank you for joining us. There we go. Okay, so virus 2, and this one needs to be virus with, or Jogres with vaccine or data. So you can add 1 right there. Okay, Lila should be good. Moving on to Teropiamon. Teropiamon, we have 4 results. We see 0 and 5 to 6, 0 to 1 and 6, 0 to 2, 4 to 6, and Jogres with the data. I feel like all 4 of those are going to be separate, so we're going to have to lift up 4 for Teropiamon. Oh, good. I've only got 1 to work with here. Okay, that's fine. Let's duplicate that several times. We'll worry about the connectors later. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I should have actually duplicated it after I got rid of... What is this? Why are you taking me up there? Yeah, there we go. Duplicate it after I take care of that. There we go. Oh, nope. Wrong program. This one doesn't do Control D, I don't think. I don't remember the duplication command in Sublime. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hold on. I did it wrong again. These guys are still there. Get out of there. No, I do want that. That's exactly what I want. Redo. Okay, cool. Everything's fine and dandy. Alright, so Parasarmon. That's Virus 1. And we are getting 0 care mistakes and 5 to 6 level with that. It could change later. We'll find out. I'll be doing a full rundown of everything after I get all the requirements in to make sure absolutely everything matches. I hate that step. 0 to 1 and 6 for Digimon. So, hold on. 0 to 2. I added the wrong one a second ago. Unless I didn't change this to Virus 1. Virus 1, Virus 1, Virus 1, 0 to 2. We don't know that. Should just stay 0 for right now. And 6. Okay, Digimon. Virus 2. Virus 2, Virus 2. And that is 0 to 1 and 6. Which, that one is fully complete. Nope, no hyphen. What are you doing? Okay, we have Diatrimon, which is 0 to 2 and 4 to 6. So that's Vaccine 2. Which I do really like that. I have 2 evolutions I like for Diatrimon a lot. Yatagaramon's not one of them. I may be a big fan of the Excel, but Yatagaramon I'm not big into. But Teropiamon's one of them. The other one is Metal Greymon, because why not? I was really excited when I saw them actually do that in Survive. That they were actually going to do Metal Greymon. Well, in that case, it was Pumpkin version of Metal Greymon. I like it evolving into the Virus Metal Greymon, but yeah. I'm a big fan of like dinosaur birds becoming more dinosaur-iler as time goes on. Dinosaurial. That's a new word. Has anyone said that before? 0 to 2 and 4 to 6. That stays. Did I put 5? I did put 5. I don't need 5. I only need 4. Alright, so vaccine 2. And then the last one is free 3. Free 3. And that is Joggersing. So we only need one of these. And we are Joggersing with what? Data and virus. Davi. Okay. That one's good. Is Digimon Survive out? Nope, absolutely not. Not even close. Will it ever come out? Great question. I have no idea. Maybe? It'll, that's in development hell right there, unfortunately. I'm not big on talk-heavy games. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like Cyber Sleuth, I only played Hacker's Memory. I didn't play Cyber Sleuth. I played Hacker's Memory all the way through. I hated how much they talked, man. I hated it. They just kept going and going, and you couldn't skip anything, and it's like, I just don't care. If you do care, that's great. Nothing against you for that. Everybody likes different things. I'm just not a fan of the whole visual novel aesthetic, and so it just really wore on me. So I'm not looking forward to that part to Survive, but it's cool to have Digimon coming back to like its roots of strategy gaming for its video games, because like that's what the Wonder Swan was all about, right? With Anode Cathode. They had it was a strategy game format, so it's neat to see it come back to that. I'm interested in it. But we have at least seen Diatramon evolve into Metal Greymon during a battle in it, so it's like, oh, neat. I like that they did that. Okay. So we did with Tropiumon. That means Entmon is up next. You've got another 4, and it's actually only 2. Great. I like when it's smaller than it looks. Alright, so Virus 1 and Virus 2, I have that in a weird order. But that's right, because yeah, normally with the Joggersing, I do like to do it that way. I'll come back and look at that all later. Okay, so Virus 1 and Virus 2. Did I just swap those around? I don't know. We'll keep Virus 2 because it's the Joggers result, and that is Virus or Free, which I already have here. I must have been working on someone like Entmon before. And only 2 results for the next one. We have the Data 1 and Data 2. So Data 1, Data 2. We'll make the color of the requirement box Data 2, since it is a Joggers. And that one needs Joggers Virus. Yeah, this was definitely whatever slot Entmon was on Deep Sabers. Is that Piranamon? Who's the other virus? Warus Hydramon. Might have been Piranamon. Alright, and so that's Virus 2. That's all good. Alright, Entmon, you are done. Sylphimon should be quick and easy. It's good you didn't play Cyber Sleuth then. It doubles down on the anime dialogue, and it's nowhere near as straight to the point as Hacker's Memory. Are you kidding me? Apparently then. Holy cow. I remember the moment that really got me in Hacker's Memory is when I had to do a side quest, and it was with one of the characters, the girl in black and white. I don't know their names. Started with a K? I don't know. Everyone's name in that game started with a K. But she's like, I want a book. And then you go get her a book, and the side quest is over. And it's like, I didn't fight any Digimon in that side quest. And that's the whole reason I'm playing this game, is to fight Digimon. So why did I do that side quest? So I'm not a big fan of it. Like RPGs in general, though, it's not just Digimon. RPGs in general, I struggle with. I don't like most of them. It has to do something really special for me to actually like it, and I mean like really special. And that goes for both Western and Japanese ones. Like Skyrim, I cannot get into Skyrim whatsoever. I have tried so many times on so many different platforms and never can get into it. And I like a lot of classic RPGs though. Like Final Fantasy VI I can still get through every now and again. I really like the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Original I can't get through anymore. Like, I cannot at all make my way through that game. But the remake, absolutely, I loved it. But that was way more of an action game this time around. Plus, Square Enix is really good at making cutscenes. So it's like, I kind of enjoy watching them. It's kind of like the same thing with Uncharted, right? I don't much care for Uncharted, but good heavens, I like Uncharted's cutscenes. They're beautiful. They're great. It's like watching an animated movie, basically. So it's like, I like it for that. I don't necessarily want to play an animated movie, of course, so which is why I haven't played Uncharted. I've only watched cutscenes, but I do appreciate when they do really good jobs on animation. My favorite games normally don't. Horizon Zero Dawn, for example, one of my favorite games of all time, top 10 easy. Absolutely love that game. Animation is very subpar. Like especially the faces. The faces look basically right out of a 2010 RPG. So it's like, they're not great to watch, but it still looks pretty. You fight giant robots. That's my favorite part. So, robot animals. You fight Zoids. Can I tell you how much I love fighting Zoids? Speaking of Zoids, look at these guys. Look at all these cubes I got these days. I got 3 cubes now. Oh my gosh, look at this. I got 3 cubes going on. I'm happy about these. I've got more pre-ordered. I recently got this guy right here. It's an alligator cube. I don't like him very much, surprisingly. I don't like his transformation, that is. He's on this big ball joint. You can actually see it there. Yeah, you can see that big ball joint right there, and it comes off so easy off that ball joint. So it's like, this isn't development. This is me just talking about cubes now. But I like these cubes: a turtle, a plesiosaur, and an alligator. I don't know their names, but I love them all. They're fun. Again, I don't like the alligator one as much, but I still like having it at least. I just don't like transforming it. If you haven't seen Beast Boxes, check them out. Beast Boxes are great. All right, Stealthymon. Sorry, I got distracted. So we need to have... So all this information is actually mostly correct. We just need to change it around. So it's Tailmon, not Angemon. Still doing the clickable, and we just need to change that to Tail, and that one's good to go. Cool. All right, then the bottom 2 should be perfectly done already. So free 1, Wolfmon, 0 to 2, 4 to 6. I haven't tested that. Whatever, I'm leaving it. It's going to be 0, 2 to 4 to 6. And then 0, 0 to 2. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. Whatever. Okay, then... Hold on. That's why. It's not Garummon we're working on. We're on Beowulfmon. I'm not even on the right thing. Okay. Why is... Why isn't it showing up there? Beowulfmon should have Garummon showing for its natural requirements too. I have tested those. Let's take a sneak peek over there real quick. Is DMX sold out or removed from Amazon? It's sold out for now. It will be back. Do not worry. It is not gone. It's just temporarily out of stock. I've never seen those before. Yeah, look into Beast Boxes. They're a blast. I like them a lot. It's like, I'm a big Transformers fan, first of all, because like right up here, most of my Transformers are in storage, but I've got a few. Like I just got this guy pretty recently. It's the Kingdom Megatron. There he goes. That's not even the sound. He goes, yes, yes, no. Love David K. He does such a great job voicing Megatron. But there you go. I got Megatron the other day. I do rather like Transformers. I'm not a huge collector of them, but I collect the ones that I really like. So they're fun. Anyway, the important thing. Beowulf. Beowulf, why aren't you showing the things that you need to be showing? This is not the evolution table. Okay, fetch. Love how much my exposure changes every time I change windows, depending on how white they are. That's not how you spell Beowulf. Beowulf. 0 to 2. Oh, yeah, I did the thing, didn't I? Yep, I got 0 and 0 there. Didn't increment it. All right, so 0 and 1 and 2. There we go. That's the problem. Now you should be showing up both. Refresh that page, please. Beowulf still isn't showing it. Why not? Refresh one more time. Database information does not cache, so that shouldn't be the problem. Alright, I did something wrong. Zero, 1, 2. Oh, because I didn't do it over here. I have messed up in both places. 0, 1. 0, 1. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. There we go. Messed it up twice. Wow, how about that? Alright, so now I'll refresh, and now it'll be good. Beowulfmon, we have you. Yep, there you go. There's all of them now. So bring back up Sublime, please. Thank you. Beowulf, from 0 to 2, 4 to 6. Check progress with Where's all those joggers thing? Joggers, Davi. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, yeah, Davi. They're both the same. They're both going to the same one. Yep. Okay, and then Garurumon, you're the last one. And no, Garurumon's not the last one. Where Garurumon? I keep going in the middle there. Garurumon. I have the same problem with Garurumon. Wow, what was I thinking when I did all this? Nothing, apparently. Where Garuru? So 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1, 2. That's not right. Undo what you just did. Undo that. That was bad. Undo it. Oh no! Fetch. Fetch again. Don't commit. Where Garuru? Okay, 0, 1, 2. And then Metal Garuru is what we're looking for right now. We need to pull up Metal Garuru. No, we don't. Yes? No, we don't. We still need Where Garuru. 0, 1, 2. Database manipulation is an art, not a science. That's not true. Refreshing. And now do you show everyone you're supposed to show? Yeah, you do. Great. Lovely. Metal Garurumon, how about you? Why am I like this? Okay, Metal Garurumon, let's fix you too. Metal Garu. So 0 and 0. No, we need 0 and 1. And 2. 0, 1, 2. And probably the same thing with Magna Garuru. Magna Garuru, yep. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. Okay, we good now? Let's find out. Magna Garurumon comes from 3 things, and you come from 3 things. Technically, I should also have these combined. That's how I did it on the other one, right? If I go to frickin' War Greymon, yeah. Those should be combined. No wonder I'm having so much problems with this. Alright, I'm almost out of time, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to change Unsublime here. We'll come back up. Same thing we added for the adults. We're going to add it for Perfects. That would be in 2 spots. Perfect. Why do I have this as that? Shouldn't I have it both? Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, and then... Perfect. Save that. Bring up my FTP. Push the latest chart, and let's see where we're at. Not showing up. Oh, yeah, it failed to upload. Sometimes it does that because it's syncing with my backup. There we go. Alright, so now we have... I'm not going to double check the colors right now, but we see all the requirements are showing up. So we are good there. Fantastic. Okay, so we made some good progress today. We added up all the powers. We made updates to the Pendulum Z evolution requirements. We added some requirement divs. So yeah, we're making some good progress with this. Evolution guide will be out before you know it. Or, you know, it's already out, but it'll be completed before you know it. So fantastic. Why are none of you freaking Digimon in focus? Get in the picture. Great gravy. Alright, okay, so I don't think we need... Yeah, there's nothing else I'm going to do tonight because we're already at the end of the show. But thank you very much for joining me today. Hopefully you saw something interesting, or at least were comforted by the dulcet tones of my voice, which I don't find comforting, so I don't know if you do. But I actually find the music I listen to very comforting. So hopefully you like the style of music that I put on this. If you guys get sick of chill bass, let me know, and I could try experimenting with something else. We'll see, but something still chill. I don't want to do anything like high energy like I do on my videos. Speaking of videos, if you haven't watched it already, do check out the Digital Monster X versus Digital Monster version 20th video I put out. Tells you everything you need to know about getting ready for the Digital Monster X release this summer. And there's a lot to know. It's very different from the Digital Monster version 20th, so make sure you do check that out. And if you just want to talk, hit up at the Discord server and go in there, chat about whatever you like. We do have the Help and Questions channel, as always, so feel free to ask questions about raising your devices in there. Anyway, as usual, I'll be back next week, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, to do more of this. And yeah, I will see all of you next time. Have a good one. 38 hours.